Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought it was about time that I sat down and filmed one of these videos where I'll just show you a little bit of a roundup of everything that I've been loving recently, a few recent favourites. I'm going to show you things from a few different categories like beauty, skincare, fashion. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this kind of video from me. If you do, then I might make this a more regular thing, maybe once every couple of months. I personally love watching these kind of videos. I think it's a really good way just to get a good overview of everything that, you know, someone you enjoy watching is loving at that moment in time. If you watch my weekly vlogs, you might see a couple of things that you have already seen before, that you've probably heard me talk about before. So I'm going to keep it nice and brief. I'm not going to speak too much about all of the products in this video because there's a fair few. There's a reason they're in this video, it's because I really love them. So if you could give this video a thumbs up and maybe leave a comment and subscribe, I'd be very much grateful. But anyway, let's jump straight into the video. I'm going to start off with a few recent makeup favourites because I am asked a fair few times in my videos what makeup products I use or for like a makeup routine. And there's definitely a few products that have really stood out to me recently and I think have really kind of elevated my makeup routine. So starting off, so this is one of my current faves. This is the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer. So a lot of you might have heard of the Banana Bright Eye Cream. I know it's one of my favourite products. I love it. It genuinely does brighten the under eyes. It feels lovely on the skin and it just leaves that really lovely, just glowy complexion without looking greasy. And yeah, I had no idea that they actually had a primer version. I feel like the eye cream is genuinely one of those products where I've used it and I've kind of had that subconscious thought of, oh, I'd love one of these for all over my face because I love how my under eyes look with it. And they do, they have a primer version of it and I have been loving this. Not even just like under my makeup. I love how my skin looks without makeup, but wearing this, it just makes your skin look glowy and healthy. Honestly, I just love it. It's got that classic like slight orange fragrance that a lot of the Ole Henriksen products have. It's just gorgeous. But yeah, as I said, I've been loving how it looks underneath makeup. It doesn't make your makeup sit funny. My makeup doesn't like repel against it. So yeah, I have just been really loving it and reaching for it every single time I do my makeup. Okay, another product I've recently discovered and have literally become obsessed with. It's become like my cult favourite. It's the Westman Atelier Contour Stick. So I used to be really, truly devoted to my Nude Sticks contour stick. And don't get me wrong, I still love it. Really love this one. So I had actually never bought anything from Westman Atelier and I saw a makeup artist recommend this on TikTok and I thought, you know what the hell, I'm gonna try it. It looked really good and I can vouch, it's good. Firstly, I love the packaging. I know it doesn't look like much, but the top of it is magnetic and it's just little things like this with makeup products that just give that little bit of extra quality that I really love. The shade of it, I use the shade Biscuit, so I believe there's like a darker shade as well, but it's a true contour shade. You can see it's cool toned, so it really mimics the shadow kind of undertone that you know, that a contour stick should mimic. I absolutely adore it. Again, even when I'm not wearing like any foundation and I just want to add a little bit of definition on like a no, I keep saying no makeup days and I'm talking about wearing makeup, but you know what I mean, a no foundation day. And I love just adding a little bit, and it's because it's that proper contour shade, it doesn't look like you've just streaked an orange bronzer across your cheeks. It's beautiful, I love it. It's going to take a very good product to make me give up using this. I'm now going to have to film the rest of the video with this on my hand, so let's just not get annoyed with that. Another product I've been really loving recently, well, technically it's two products because I literally can't pick my favourite, but a couple of blush products that I have been obsessed with. One of them you'll have definitely seen me use before if you watch my vlogs. So first of all, it's the Makeup by Mitchell Blush, as it's called. And I've used this for years, but I realised that on TikTok now, it's become like a huge cult favourite. And as I said, I was already using it, so I'm just going to pop it in this video again because I've been raving about this for so long. My favourite shade in the entire world is Melon Sorbet. This season right now, as we're going into spring summer, the perfect blush shade. It's gorgeous. It's that proper like corally tan blush. If you're not into your girly baby pink blushes, I really think you will like this. I'll put a little bit on my hand now. It's much more of a peachy coral kind of colour, and honestly it's gorgeous. When you've got a tan, natural or self tanner on your face, this just complements it so lovely. It's just a beautiful flush of colour. I'm obsessed. I've had like a couple of different colours from the Made by Mitchell like blushes. I always come back to Melon Sorbet. It's unbelievable. If you find it in stock up. It always sells out. That's what I always do. But another blush I have been loving recently is the Rare Beauty blush, and this is in the shade Happy. Now you'll see this is a slightly brighter pink, but it's still got that slight coral undertone, and that's what I found is the secret to me, you know, loving a blush or not. I'm just a bit of a sucker for something with a slight orangey, corally undertone. I'm going to put it next to this one so that you can see. It's much more pink than it is towards the orange shade. But if you're into that bright little pop, it's beautiful. So you can see there, it's definitely more pink, but you can definitely see a bit of an orangey, corally undertone. Gorgeous, absolutely love it. And the Rare Beauty blushes, they're so pigmented that this, just one tube of this will last you forever. Honestly, I use the tiniest amount and it's gorgeous. Today I've actually got the Made by Mitchell Melon Sorbet on my cheeks. If you want to see how it looks with the rest of my makeup, this is what I'm wearing today. And then finally, I have been after this product for so long. I've been literally signed up to the wait list for it because it just kept going out of stock, but I finally got it. I've used it pretty much every single time I've done my makeup since I got it. So it's the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes eyeshadow palette. So this is it inside, and I know what you're thinking, it's nothing groundbreaking. It's literally an eyeshadow palette full of mattes, but every single one of these shades I can use, whether it's for more of a daytime look or for an evening look. It just has every single colour that I want, and it's just become my go-to palette that I reach for all the time. I love the shades in there, they last really well. Yeah, I really enjoy the Makeup by Mario products. I just think they're all really good. So yeah, definitely had to pop this in my favourites. Okay, moving on to skincare, and those of you that have watched my channel for a while will know that I am a little bit of a skincare geek. I love my skincare, I love trying new products. I used to suffer with acne a few years ago, and since that point I'm quite diligent about reading ingredients lists and just keeping myself just educated on just skincare and the ingredients that goes into them. So yeah, I do like trying new products, so I've got a few to recommend to you. So first of all, this in general isn't a new product, so it's the Elemis Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm, which a lot of you will have probably used, a lot of you will have probably already heard of it. However, you will notice it's not in its iconic little yellow tub. This is their pink one, so this is actually their Rose Cleansing Balm, and I have just been obsessed with it, literally obsessed with it. I love a cleansing balm, or an oil anyway, to really melt my makeup and take it off gently. I feel like when I use this, like I'm in some sort of spa. It's got a lovely fragrance, it's not too like in your face. It's a gorgeous light rose fragrance. Now usually I'm not a fan of like a rose fragrance. I feel like it's a bit nannerish, do you know what I mean? It's a little bit old lady-ish sometimes, but this isn't like that. It's a much more of a fresh smell rather than like a perfumey smell, and it's gorgeous. So this is actually my second tub of this, but I absolutely love it. I use it every single day at the minute, whether I'm wearing makeup or not. I just genuinely enjoy using it. There's nothing better than slathering this all over your face, then getting a really hot flannel and just taking your makeup off. So lovely. Next up, I'm not sure if I've ever shown this in my vlogs or anything, but it's definitely a staple in my routine, and it's the Murad Targeted Wrinkle Corrector. And I hate that they've called it that. I really don't like that it's called a wrinkle corrector. I don't like the name of it because I feel like with that you'd probably imagine it being targeted at like maybe an older demographic of maybe people of a slightly maturer age, but it's just fantastic. Whether you have a lot of under eye lines, wrinkles, whatever, despite that, it's a brilliant product. It contains retinol, so as we all know, retinol is one of the only active skincare ingredients that actually reverses the effects of aging. Most skincare products that you actually purchase are good at preventing, they're good at brightening and kind of masking over, making, you know, skin look a certain way. This actively helps reverse the signs of aging, so hence why retinol is such a big game changer in the skincare industry. So as I said, this is an eye wrinkle corrector. The end of it is like this, so it's that really nice cold applicator that really helps to depuff, smooth out your under eye. I know this is like a massive claim and I probably sound very like QVC salesy, but genuinely I literally see an instant effect when I use this, and I don't know whether that's the placebo effect. I don't know if it's the applicator being cooler and kind of depuffing my skin. I genuinely feel like my under eyes just look fresher as soon as I've used this. Now obviously it has longer term benefits because it contains retinol, but I just really like the fact that in the short term it gives me that instant bit of, oh, I look awake. So I use this, you can use it in the morning and evening, but because it contains retinol, I usually just tend to use it in just in the evening, and then I use my Ole Henriksen eye cream in the morning. Okay, finally in my skincare routine, this is not a new product that I have been raving about, but I've got like an addition to the new product that I have just really noticed a difference in my skin from using. So these two products I'm about to show you are currently brand new in the box because yes, I did get some more. Let me take them out of the box. They literally arrived today, which I thought perfect timing. I'll show you a nice brand new box because my other moisturiser has gone just a little bit grubby because I've used it so much. So I thought I'd show you a brand new fresh one. But if you watch my videos, you'll know that I absolutely adore the Drunk Elephant Proteiny Polypeptide Cream. Essentially their moisturiser. The ingredients in this, now don't get me wrong, it's not the cheapest moisturiser on the market, but for the ingredients that it has within it, it's so worth it. It contains so many, as it says in the name, polypeptides, proteins, essential for your skin to operate in a certain way to look and feel younger, fresher, stronger. I genuinely think this really helps with my sensitive skin as well. My skin is far less sensitive on my face now. I genuinely think this has really helped to repair like my skin's like skin barrier, and I genuinely think this has been one of the game changers. However, you'll notice that I held up a second product. So this is the Proteiny Power Peptide Resurf Serum. So I'd actually seen this product and it was recommended that you use it in conjunction with your moisturiser as just a little extra shot of something. So I did, and I have not really looked back, to be honest. Now this does contain an exfoliant in there, so if you are gonna use like a chemical exfoliant on your skin on the same day, then don't use this alongside your moisturiser because it might be a little bit too much, but this is just beautiful. So rather than me tell you what it does, let me tell you what the box says it does. So this mega strength AM and PM serum combines our greatest array and strongest levels of skin fortifying signal peptides, plant-derived growth factors and supportive amino acids with exfoliating 10% lactic acid for a dramatic improvement in the appearance of skin's texture, tone, radiance and bounce with its ultra-concentrated blend of 11 peptides. Power Peptide Resurf Serum delivers plump, bouncy skin while targeting a dull, uneven complexion. So all the good stuff, you know. These together, lovely. And then just before I move on to fashion, I feel like I just need to give a quick shout out to my new favourite perfume right now, which is Jo Malone Scarlet Poppy. I've honestly just been wearing this every single day. I don't know what it is about it, but it just smells divine. I'm gonna give myself a spritz now because why the hell not? It's just gorgeous. I absolutely love it. If you're ever out shopping or pop into Jo Malone or buy Jo Malone counter, just ask for a little spritz of this and just make up your own mind about it because it's beautiful. I love it. Okay, moving on to a few fashion favourites. A little recent fashion purchase and has become a little favourite now in my wardrobe are the Adidas Vegan Samba trainers. Now I know these have been hard to get hold of recently. I wasn't aware how difficult they were to get hold of, but I just got these direct from the Adidas website. These are actually a men's, but the men's and women's sizes literally run exactly the same. So I stayed true to size in the men's and they fit me perfectly. I just really, really love them. I love them in this colourway. They do loads of different colours. I just went for the white, the black, and I think it's called Gum, this colour. But yeah, I love these and they give me proper retro 90s kind of vibes. I'm really glad these trainers are like back in now. Yeah, they were slightly out of my comfort zone because I have been holding on to chunky trainers, but I really, really like these. And then finally, on my recent fashion favourites, I've got to include this coat. It's my new Holland Cooper wax field jacket. Now, anyone that's in the UK, you'll know that the weather in the UK recently has not been the one. It has not felt like spring. It has literally been freezing cold. We've had snow. It's been super windy. It's been raining. But as we all know, we've still got to crack on, get stuff done. I've still got dogs to walk. I've still got a horse that needs exercising. So yeah, we still have to face it. So I am so grateful that I literally had this jacket because it has just been a game changer. It's so good in the wind, like it just keeps it off you. It is super warm. It's double lined, so you'll be able to see there are actually 2 zips to it, so keeps you super snuggly. You don't need loads and loads of layers underneath this jacket, which I love. So anyone who is out walking their dogs in this weather, or maybe you have horses, or you're just outside a lot in general, then if you are looking for a really good coat that's going to stand the test of time and stand against this weather, this is the one for you. It's so, so good. I can't believe it actually has taken me this long to have this coat in my life. So had to give it a mention in this video. And then finally, I thought I'd just do a little like entertainment section for this video because why not? So recently on Netflix, I have been obsessed with the most recent season of Sex Life. I loved this show when it first came out. Like, any girls that are watching, I mean, I say girls, my boyfriend actually really enjoyed it as well, but I watched the first season and then I think my boyfriend saw me watching an episode and was like, what are you watching? And so I had to restart it and let him join in and watch with me. But girls in particular, if you're watching now, just take my advice. This weekend, grab yourself a glass of wine, and if you've not watched it, sit back and enjoy. Just trust me. It's so good. But anyway, I just recently finished the end of the most recent season, season 2, and I really, really enjoyed it, and so I just have to recommend it if you've not already watched it because I am slightly obsessed. And also I feel like I just need to give a mention to the podcast that I have been absolutely rinsing all day, every day. I love a podcast anyway because I work from home. I am alone a lot, and like just doing the mundane things like doing my makeup in the morning, doing the housework, or driving to and from the yard. I like having a podcast on. It makes me feel like there's someone with me. But the podcast I have been obsessed with the most recently has got to be Case Files. If you're into your crime documentaries or anything like that, and you've probably already heard of Case Files, it's super popular, but if you've not, give it a listen. It's been going for years now, which is music to my ears because there's just so many episodes that I've just been binging, but I am honestly obsessed. I'm that weird person that after I've listened to an episode, I have to go on Google and I have to find out more. I have to see pictures of the actual criminals because then I can envision it more in my head. Honestly, I probably sound like a weirdo, but it's great and I've just been so obsessed with it. If you're not into your crime podcasts, other podcasts that I really do recommend that are really just light-hearted and funny. I look forward to every single episode. I adore My Therapist Ghosted Me, probably my favourite, Luana, Shagged, Married, Annoyed, Nearly Weds, and I also really like Staying Relevant as well, like the Pete Wicks and Sam Thompson one. That's been a recent listen for me. Usually I'm not into just all male hosted podcasts because I don't know, I like hearing a female voice. I feel like there's usually more balance when there's a female involved, for me personally, but I've been loving their podcast. It literally has me laughing out loud. I love it, highly recommend. So anyway guys, I'm gonna leave that video here. I hope you enjoyed that little like roundup of my recent favourites. Let me know if you want me to film another one of these videos maybe in a couple months time. I'm more than happy to do that. But anyway guys, I'm gonna leave that there. So I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye.